Hello and welcome back to another episode of Elz Tells. As you can see, I have a special guest today. But before we get into the introductions, do you watch Elz Tells, my podcast?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, in which case you'll know the intro song then, won't you? Ba-dum-bum-bum, Elz Tells,
Elz Tells. That's all I got.
What you telling? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. You actually, that was all right.
Thank you.
I was putting you on the spot there. So this is, in fact, my dad, Dave the Rave, diabetic Disco Dave the Rave.
Hi.
What would you like to tell us about yourself?
About myself?
As an intro.
Well, as an intro, I'm now known as Disney Elz Dad.
Yes. You probably would have seen my dad on Instagram before. We've done YouTube videos before. The vlogs. Remember we used to do Deep Fat Friday?
Yeah, with Deep Fat Friday. Yeah, we did. That was lockdown.
Lockdown, all through lockdown, Deep Fat Friday. I thought it'd be fun to boot Nikon out for a week.
He wasn't exactly, craving to stay in, to be honest, was it?
It was like, no, you film this week. It's fine. It's fine. I want to take you all the way back to how we got into movies, TV, and all of that. Me and you have always bonded over movies, TV, all the way back to Blockbuster Saturdays.
Yeah, Blockbuster Saturdays. That was so when Ellie's mum was at work, I think everybody was at work apart from me and you, weren't they?
Yeah.
And so we used to go down to Blockbuster Video and pick up all sorts of films, and over years we've watched pretty much everything, even salmon fishing in the Yemen.
Well, so this brings me on to my next question. We always used to only buy pre-owned DVDs, so we didn't really rent anything.
No, we used to go and buy them, yeah. And
we didn't buy the, hot off the press stuff.
It was kind of right at the end of Blockbuster almost, wasn't it? It was like when DVDs were going out, so they were cheap.
Yeah, they were
we used
so
to go and
cheap.
get our sort of 3 for a tenner or 4 for a tenner on a Saturday morning, didn't we?
I was going to ask you the best and worst movies that you watched at that time.
Ooh.
The salmon fishing in the Yemen story is every week there was this pre-owned shelf full of films, and we did every single movie on the shelf, and salmon fishing in the Yemen with Emily Blunt and Ewan McGregor.
That's right, yeah.
Was always on the shelf.
And for some reason we just kind of avoided it and went, and every week we would go to salmon fishing in the Yemen. No, not this week.
Yeah.
Until right at the end when we had to buy salmon fishing, because there was literally nothing else left to buy. And I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was actually
I thought it was going to be absolutely rubbish, but I actually, so from a point of view of pleasantly surprised, salmon fishing in the Yemen was actually a half decent movie.
Yeah, it was actually really good. But what's the worst?
We bought a it was called A Serious Man.
That's it, A Serious Man. Yeah.
And it was dreadful. But the write up on the case was,
5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars, Oscar-winning performances. This movie will change your life. Oh my day, it did change my life. It was 2 hours that I was never getting back.
It was terrible.
Awful.
I've seen people talk about it since.
Yeah.
In a really good light, saying it's the best.
Check it out, and check it out. Give it a watch, and let us know what you think, because it was. I don't want to preempt anybody's opinion, but it was awful.
It was so bad.
Nothing happened.
Best one then. Well, one springs to mind for me.
Okay.
But it's because it was so harrowing as well. £7.
Oh, don't. Oh.
I kid you not. £7. Will Smith. I mean, I won't tell you the major plot points, because if you haven't seen it, you really should see it.
Everybody should have seen it by now. What was it, about 2008?
Yeah, it's old.
Oh, man.
Incredible. But I just looked over at Dad. We're in the chairs in the lounge. I look over and you are literally in pieces. Your head is in your hands.
I was having a particularly emotional period in my life. And so, therefore, it did affect me perhaps more than... But then, what about on the plane to Disney?
Oh, yeah.
As we are doing a Disney podcast, I'm not the best flyer in the world. And so every time, obviously the kids are grown up now, but when they were younger, I had to always try and be brave when we were on a plane and everything else. And I hate flying. On the way over to Disney in 23, which was... This is how often we fly to Disney. We did it in 2003 when the kids were like 6 or 7. And then we did it again exactly 20 years later in 2023. And to cope with the flight, I just watched films all the time, blocked myself off. And I watched A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks. Oh, my days, that was harrowing.
Yeah.
And again, I just cried the whole...
On the plane,
I
though.
was sobbing on the plane. I didn't realise quite how loud with my headphones on as well. People were looking at me and going, "Is you all right?"
I remember looking over at you.
Oh, it's awful. I don't know if you've seen A Man Called Otto. Again, if you haven't, go and watch it, because that's a great film. But, oh my days, if you're having a bad day, perhaps...
yeah, maybe not. Yeah,
perhaps steer it.
I feel like you have to be in the right headspace for films like that.
Great film.
One of the Saturdays, for some reason, I watched a film on my own instead. You must have been busy doing something. But we went out and bought it anyway, and I got My Sister's Keeper. Yeah, and that is one of those films where it's not worth watching.
It's one of those films where you said we don't watch that. And the other one was Boy in the Striped Pyjamas.
Oh, don't watch it.
I haven't watched it because Elz watched it and said, "Dad, I can't cope." And I said, "Well, I'm not watching it," and that's it.
Genuinely, like, some films aren't worth the trauma that they leave behind. Like the scarring, the emotional scarring. My Sister's Keeper, watching that on my own was savage. Really, really bad. Yeah. Good film.
Got to be in the right headspace for it.
What is your favourite movie of all time?
Oh.
Like, I'll allow a top 3, but if someone said, right, favourite movie of all time, what are you saying?
I'm saying The Blues Brothers.
Are ya?
Of course.
Because I thought you would have either said Shawshank.
And I like Shawshank, but it's also one of those, it's like, it's in everybody's top 3. And
you just want to be cool.
No. It's a great film. And if you asked me for a top 10, it would definitely be in there.
Yeah.
But so sort of films that change your life, then Blues Brothers will be the film. For those who don't know what Blues Brothers is, it came out in 1980.
Back in my day, it came out in 1980.
Where I would have been 13, and me and my best mate spent a school holidays watching it every day. It's a fabulous film. It's a musically inspired film, and there's lots of cameos from very famous soul artists like Aretha Franklin and James Brown and all sorts of people. Brilliant film. It's sort of a comedy heist kind of.
I'm always surprised by how many people actually know the Blues Brothers and know the quotes and all that. I always thought it was like some underground musical kind of like thing.
It's all often described as a cult film, but yeah, it's amazing how many people do know it. And I will tell the story of my very best friend passed away of COVID. He was living here with us. Gary, his name was, and he was the guy who I watched this with every day during the summer holidays for the whole 6 weeks of the summer holidays. So we knew this line for line, every single line in the film we could act out. And when he passed away, bless his heart, during COVID, I did a eulogy at his funeral. The very last thing I did was quote a line from the Blues Brothers at the end of my eulogy. And one of the most moving things I've ever experienced in my life was the congregation all knowing the words to this extract from the film and all saying it along with me. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, there was a lot of people in the congregation who had watched that film with us over the years and so on. But it was a beautiful moment, and so that is absolutely my favourite film for many reasons. For watching it with my best mate all those times for 40 years ago, and for that moment at his funeral, which was absolutely lovely.
That quote as well, it's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, and it genuinely reverberated around the room like it was the Lord's Prayer or something.
And it really did. And the quote is, two guys sat in the car, and he says to him, "It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it."
Yeah.
And I have a T-shirt which I found in the blues shop, whatever the shop was called, on downtown
House
Disney.
of Blues?
No, it's not called Downtown Disney anymore, is it?
No, it's Disney Springs.
Disney Springs. And House of Blues on Disney Springs. I found in 23 when we went back. Gary died in 21. I found it with the quote on it, so that was really nice too. Just another nice connection.
So cool. Favourite films are they're even better when they have a personal something.
Yeah, absolutely.
To them.
Yeah. And it's also one of those films that I never put on and watch now. Mm-hmm. But if it comes on TV, I sit and watch it.
Always got to watch it.
Bizarre.
Yeah. It's a little bit like Notting Hill. If that's just on the telly, you've got to watch it.
Absolutely love Notting Hill. Only because Julia Roberts is utterly adorable.
She is stunning.
1999 Julia Roberts absolutely.
1999 Hugh Grant isn't bad either, to be honest.
1999 Dave was all right too. But... Did you have any more suggestions of my top 3 list that you thought I was going to say?
Well, thinking about it, A Few Good Men is one you always reference and talk about.
Yeah. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, it's genius. Movie with the best soundtrack, though. So any film.
It is the Blues Brothers.
I thought you'd say that.
It is because the soundtrack for the Blues Brothers is just immense. And anybody who hasn't seen the Blues Brothers, get past the fact that it was made in 1980 and just it's funny, it's moving, it's ridiculous, it's an incredible soundtrack, and it's actually born out of this has ended up in a Blues Brothers podcast.
No, it's good.
It's born out of a small sketch on Saturday Night Live. 2 comedians, Dan Aykroyd, who you'll know from all sorts of stuff, or younger viewers will know from all sorts of stuff, Ghostbusters, of course, yeah. A chap called John Belushi, who sadly passed away as well now. But it was just a 3-minute sketch on Saturday Night Live, which, those who don't know Saturday Night Live, it's American sketch comedy show.
I think they know Saturday Night Live.
That's all right. Yeah. Credit your audience with some intelligence.
Yeah, they got it.
Right. From that 3-minute sketch, this film, in fact, there's been two films. Might even be a third one coming, I think, somebody told. But yeah, listen to the soundtrack and give it a listen. It's great.
Where I first knew Blues Brothers from was Drake and Josh did a show in the show dressed as Blues Brothers.
Yep.
And so they did Soul Man.
Yep.
And so then when we eventually watched Blues Brothers together, I was like, oh, Drake and Josh did this. This is Drake and Josh.
Yeah, but what they don't know, Soul Man wasn't in.
Right.
Wasn't in the Blues Brothers.
Exactly.
The Blues Brothers soundtrack just not have Soul Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, often everybody
it makes sense
plays
that
it. Yeah.
You know. But yeah, if you had to recommend 5 TV shows,
yep,
what are you recommending?
So current, I'll give you a current one. I'm recommending Slow Horses.
Okay, Apple TV.
Apple TV, which is starring Gary Oldman, who's an incredible actor. That's number 1.
Number 1?
No.
Are we putting it in a rank? No.
That's just a current one if you want to watch a current one. Comedy, Cheers.
Yeah.
Which...
I thought this was current.
No, but that was the first one. If you wanted a current one, the first
you
one
mean
was
your current feelings right now?
My current, if somebody recommend right now, I'd recommend that at the moment. Mm-hmm. Historical other stuff, which Cheers, which I loved when me and your mum were young. On Channel 4, there would always be Cheers,
Friends,
Frasier, and Friends on 9:30, 10, and we every Friday night, and me and your mum would absolutely, it would be takeaway and watch that. But Cheers is my absolute favourite comedy.
And the Disney link is
Cliff, the postman on Cheers, who voices Ham and.
Well, it's John Ratzenberger.
Ratzenberger, Ham, and somebody else.
He voices a character in every single Pixar film.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I have a tattoo of him, because it's like kind of symbolic of Pixar.
What,
so
a tattoo of John Ratzenberger?
No,
seen
of
that?
Ham.
Sorry, he'd be flattered.
So it's Ham in Toy Story. He's the truck in Cars. He plays P.T. Flea in Bugs Life. I wonder if anybody else
got a tattoo of John Ratzenberger.
Maybe.
If you've got a tattoo of John Ratzenberger, send it in. We'd love to see it.
Maybe a Cheers tattoo of him.
I don't know. Yeah, that's good. Life on Mars.
Yeah, I thought that was
so. Life on Mars is again.
Not Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah. Well, I classed them all the same because when I watched them right through, and great dramas with a big twist. First one is about a police officer who gets shot and he is transported back to 1973, where he meets various characters from the 1970s.
And you got all the dodgy coppers.
Yeah, all the bent coppers and all the sort of dial phones and radios and little black and white TVs and banging soundtrack. Life on Mars is obviously a David Bowie song, and the second series, which was then based about 1981, 1983, something like that, and that was titled Ashes to Ashes, which is also another David Bowie song. That had a female main character.
She's mega famous now. What was she in?
Keely Hawes.
Yeah, that's 3. You got 2 more. Like if someone says to you, Davo, what am I watching? What are you saying?
Well, other things that I've watched recently, which I've really enjoyed, and stuff that we've watched right through, every season of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that was so fun.
These sort of honourable mentions, if you like.
Yeah, but the thing is, people hated how that ended.
Did they?
Yeah, literally, it's like iconically one of the most slaughtered endings ever.
I felt quite satisfied.
Yeah, same. I thought it was really good. And I actually quite liked how they ended it with Robin and all that. I think it
Yeah.
It was great. And that's one of the most complained about series finales.
What else have we enjoyed lately? I enjoyed Penguin.
Oh, the Penguin
Colin
was
Farrell.
brilliant.
That was great,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
But it wouldn't be in my top 5 only because
No,
like
it's just kind
it's
of
not my
honourable
vibes.
mentions of stuff. I enjoyed the Gentleman.
really random, but we found Loot on Apple TV.
Luke, that was a scream.
Which is, a comedy, and it's hilarious. And it's one of those ones I didn't expect to be good. We just sort of chucked it on. And also on Apple TV. They make some really good stuff.
They do. Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso's brilliant.
And Shrinking.
But yeah, Shrinking and
That's Harrison
Stick.
Ford and Jason. Oh, Stick with Owen
Stick,
Wilson.
yeah. I love Owen Wilson.
That was good too.
Gilmore Girls,
Yeah,
straight
Gilmore
away.
Girls. Yeah. It took me a
feel
long
good.
time to be badgered into watching that, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Did we watch that in lockdown as well? I know it was back when you were poorly, wasn't it? And we had...
Yeah, but also it was because you were jobless.
Was I?
Yeah. So I had
You
really
sound like some unemployed bum.
So I had a really bad kidney infection, and you were literally jobless. No direction.
It must have been COVID
2019.
then.
No, it was 2019-ish. You were turfed out of the Tropicana and that.
It was in between Tropicana and Winter Garden.
Yeah. And he was feeling very sensitive about life, so he was like,
It
yeah.
was 2 weeks. Literally, 2 weeks.
I'll watch Gilmore Girls.
Oh, watch, I got nothing else better to do because nobody wants me.
Gavin and Stacey is one of my
Like Gavin and Stacey, yeah.
because the thing is, I love a feel-good series, really. Like, there are a couple of really good series that are more drama, like Downton Abbey I love because it has a good balance of everything. But for me, Gavin and Stacey is one as well where it's just so feel-good. Ruth Jones and James Corden have written a book all about making Gavin and Stacey and all that, because obviously it's completely finished now. Great finale as well. Fantabulous.
Absolutely.
They're doing a one night only at the London Palladium talking about it and all that, and I managed to get tickets. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
Very
I'm looking
excited.
forward to that. It would be really good.
Any other TV shows you want to recommend before we move on?
No.
No comments.
I know.
Pretty much every night we'll sit down and we'll watch an episode of something or whatever, and if it's bad we just turn it off.
Turn it off, yeah.
And like
move on.
we give a film 20 minutes, maybe half an hour if it's a slow burn, and then if it's rubbish we turn it off, because we've watched so much over the years. And like A Serious Man, that film, we should have turned it off. I don't know why. Like we spent £7 on this pre-owned
but
DVD.
We weren't in a place where we were happy to switch it off, then were we? No. Yeah, we weren't comfortable enough within our own viewing habits to be able to go, is this rubbish?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's turn it off.
Because you can spend your whole life waiting for a good twist.
Do you think the things we have turned off?
No, because they're forgettable. That's the thing.
There it goes. I can't think. I know we've turned off many things and gone, should we not bother with this?
Yeah.
But I can't remember any of them.
What are your thoughts about me posting online and all of that? Since I was young, I've posted like music stuff. I did vlogs back in the day. Oh, hold on.
Urgent news from the general. 494 monthly listeners.
494.
It's only 6
That's
more to
almost
get to
500. Oh, Nikon, we need to make a video about having 6 mates again, because we've got to get to 500.
Yes, has anyone got another 6 mates? You've got to do that
I
tonight.
can't believe it.
People, listen up. Ellie and Nikon do music, and they've recently released their debut album, which is fabulous.
We haven't ever mentioned it on the podcast ever.
Have you not?
No, obviously I have.
I'm joking. I've watched them all.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nikon's just come in and said they've now got 494 monthly listeners on Spotify. If anybody who's not listened to the album could just go on and have a little listen. You don't have to listen. Just turn it on and just have it in the background. Commute it if you like. And let's see if we can get them over 500.
It's such a
But
classic.
don't mute it. It's called Such a Classic. It's by Ellie and Nikon. It's on all your platforms and it is great.
No, I was saying it is a classic. Like, it is such
What?
a classic. Just get it. Cool. Yeah, sorry about that ad break there. I appreciate that. What are your thoughts about me posting online? So when I was younger, I used to be Ellie Smart Music, and I used to post on there. I did vlogs for a bit. I've done like everything, and then landed on obviously Disney. Like, how do you feel about me posting on the line? Or is it just indifferent?
No, I'm not indifferent at all. I like the way that your content has evolved over the years. I like the way that you do stuff that you like.
Yeah.
It's your passion. You get lots of positivity back because of it. Mm-hmm. You're doing something and pursuing something that makes you happy. And it's the old adage of, if you do something you love for work, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
It makes you a happier person doing something that you love to do. I think it's good fun. It's opened up all sorts of opportunities for you to go and do stuff that perhaps you would never have done before.
Yeah.
You and Nikon go off and do stuff, and you're forever travelling off to Manchester or London, and you're doing sort of, you know, you're going to toy fairs and openings of various things, premieres, red carpets.
It does sound good when you put it like that, I can't lie.
No, it does. But the other thing is as well, that has taken 13 years of daily posting. And I remember back in the day when a company, I think must be getting on 8 or 10 years ago, sent you a free gift of
it's Disney Store.
A mini Mouse dotted pencil case or something like that, right? Or makeup case or something. The joy. The absolute joy of receiving a, "Hi Ellie, we thought you might like this gift from Disney." Well, you'd have thought she won the World Cup or something.
I would be doing it whether or not people were watching and whether or not opportunities came from it.
You have to prepare yourself for a sort of massive upsurge in viewers now that Disney Elz Dad's on board.
Yeah. I was actually going to bring up the only other time that we've been like videoed together, obviously apart from my vlogs and things like that, but you know, for something else, was Mercury Studios. I actually applied to do it. Mercury Studios is a YouTube channel and a music content place and whatever. They were looking for an older generation and a younger generation to come together and discuss music, which is another thing that we both love. Yeah. Went down there and talked about it.
Yeah, they selected 6 or 8 different kids and their parents, and the premise of the series that they did was that I would play some of my favourite music to Ellie, and Ellie would play some of her favourite music to me, and we would comment on it, and it was a good fun thing. I think we were
You cried.
Well, I did cry.
You cried.
I don't want to revisit that again. It wasn't my finest hour.
But it was so funny because it was proper emotion. And I remember like the feeling in the room of like the sound guy and stuff being like, "This is gold." You just feel it.
The old fella's crying.
Yeah. You felt the sea change in the room.
And they were going, this is in. We're not cutting
that
this.
was going to make the cut.
Keep rolling.
Yeah.
See if we can get him really red and blubbery. That was the only other time that we've appeared on film on YouTube together. Mm-hmm. I think it only got like 400,000 views, something like that. I think it was probably
I reckon this will get about 40.
40?
We appreciate you being here, no matter what.
Listen, we want to listen to this and
the
name
thing is, I always think about this though, because you know, people are like, "Oh, only 20 people liked it," or whatever, and I'm like, if you put 20 people in front watching us just natter like this, that's impressive.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We can get up to 40. We're like, you know,
yeah.
We're a small theatre, aren't we?
Exactly.
We could do a tour.
Podcast tour. Collecting now. So what are your thoughts on me collecting? I often get asked, you know, "Oh, how does your family feel about it? How does your husband feel about it?" Because I think a lot of people who watch me also have the joy and the love of Disney and merch and things like that, but they might not have people who are as supportive around them. I'm very, very lucky that I feel like the whole family is supportive with my Disney collection. Like, it's all good.
I think it's one of those things, everybody looks at things in different ways, and I've always looked at things of, you know, there's collectors.
Cash value.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Dad, look at this. I've picked up today. I got this cheap today. I found this in a charity shop. How much is it worth? I rapidly came to realise that its monetary worth meant nothing, because Elz will never sell anything ever. And then you end up with which is a fraction of the ridiculousness that you can see around here.
For anyone on podcast version, it's a massive cuddly wall behind me.
I'm looking up at the wall up here, and there's probably 30 or 40 Loungefly bags up there.
Yeah.
We've got limited edition Disney dolls all around the top here. I know, because I put all the shelves up. There's Labubus. Yeah.
Labubus.
We love a Labubu.
Labubu.
Not a Lafufu. Labubu.
Labubu.
And behind there's a 5-foot Simba, which we drove to Portsmouth to pick up. Mum goes out shopping now with Auntie Norma or with her mum or Joe or whoever it is, and the first thing they do if they're in a charity shop is look to see if there's any Disney for Elz. Yeah. And nobody's like, "Oh, don't buy her anymore." Everybody's like, and it's more of a triumph of, "I wonder if she's got this."
Yeah, you're so right. When it comes to like gifts and stuff at Christmas, I'm like easy to buy for because you know I'm going to love it if it's Disney, but I'm also bad to buy for because I buy so much and I have so much that it is tough to find something that I don't already have. The question is, if I died, would you keep anything from my collection?
Yeah, your cats.
No, from my collection. Like from my Disney collection, like do you have a favourite thing that you think, oh yeah, actually I'd probably keep that? Or would you just sell it all? Sell the lot?
No, I would keep some things out of respect.
Like what?
I would keep Thomas O'Malley.
Yeah, yes, that's
because that's I know he's worth a lot of money, and there's nothing to do
Yeah.
about the money either. I remember how excited you were to find him, and how you had pursued him for years and years, and so I wouldn't be able to get rid of that. Probably would have to keep the 5-foot Simba as well, because what am I going to do with that? You know.
What do you mean? What are you going to do
What are
with
you
it?
gonna do with it,
That's a
yeah.
sought after piece.
It's in the window of the bedroom, and I watch the kids go by as they walk by, and all looking up at the big
they
Simba,
do.
going, "Mum, why haven't we got one of those?"
Like, what's your favourite thing? If you had to pick, like, the best thing in my collection, what do you think it is?
Well, I would probably keep the Mickey memories, because ironically the memories of collecting those and the effort that went into collecting them, and that was in the days when the Bristol Disney store was open up at Cribbs Causeway, so we were able to go there, and when we couldn't go there we went to Cardiff. Stupid o'clock in the morning, I remember breaking into the Cribbs Causeway.
Well, not illegally.
Well, sneaking in, shall we say, through the security guard's door, so he didn't know we were in there. So, and that's like 6 a.m, so that we were first in the queue when the Disney store opened.
Yeah.
I think it was Cardiff we went for the January one, didn't we?
Well, so for January, I said to my whole family, I said, guys, on this day, they are releasing this amazing plush. It's going to be one of 12. I can't wait to get it. I really need to go to the store. We know it with pins at the moment, but on Disney store, stuff would just sell out so fast. We were actually late for store opening.
Yep.
And so I was like, guys,
They're all going to be gone.
yeah, there's not going to be any left. We arrive. There's no queue. There's no nothing. The shop is dead.
We're
literally
like,
dead.
really?
They have
All the stress?
a whole wall of January Mickey memories.
And for those of you who don't know what the January Mickey memories, the first one to be released of a set of 12 over 12 months, people just didn't pick up on the January one. Mm-hmm. And it was only after that there really became a big momentum, and then all of a sudden the queue started getting bigger each month as we were queuing to get the monthly ones. But the January one, should have just bought them all.
It ended up being worth so much money, and still is.
But I did
to
buy
this
one.
day.
I had a whole set.
Yeah.
Sold mine.
Of
Just
course
saying.
you did. It suddenly caught on and went crazy, but I was like so ahead of the trends. Trendsetter.
Yeah, I know, in fairness you were.
Trailblazer. But I remember being stood in Cardiff and you being like, oh, should I get one too? And I was like, well, it's up to you. And then you did, and thank goodness you did, because otherwise we wouldn't have had
Then
that.
I became a little bit obsessed, to be honest with you. We had to just like, let's just get up at 6 a.m. Let's get there, make sure we're in front of the queue. And then when we'd arrive and not be at the front of the queue, I would feel as though I'd sort of failed as a father. was it March, the snow one?
Yeah, that was March. And that's because we tried to get it online. We tried to get it online and it literally sold out straight away. So then we were like,
We
great.
should never have been out driving in those conditions. It was
No.
like,
And like, why did we do it for a plush toy? But it just,
it was good
the
fun.
fever got us.
Yeah. So yeah, I would keep a set of those, but just because of the various memories we have of various times that we were out trying to collect them.
Yeah.
And we met some nice people in the queues, didn't we? Well,
Yeah, really nice.
A little girl we met, I can't remember what her name was, but she was adorable.
Another thing that we queued up to collect was Kath Kidston used to do Disney ranges, but it was an Alice in Wonderland one the time we went. Stood outside there, and then we went in and I got a couple of dresses and all that. It's just really nice. But then, see, the family does like catch on to it, because then Mum came away with an Alice in Wonderland bag.
Yeah, she did.
Which she never used.
No.
And you said to her, are you ever going to use this bag?
Yeah.
And she was like, yes, I will.
I
And
absolutely
never
love
did.
it. What was it, 65 quid or something like that?
Yeah. I've still got it though. She gave it to me in the end.
Oh, you got it,
I've
have
never
you?
used it either.
That's one I definitely sell. If you drop dead tomorrow, I'm selling it.
Fair enough. There is also obviously a sentimental side to my collecting, and I feel like that also kind of spreads to the rest of the family, and they start feeling like guilty for cuddlies and stuff like that. So why don't you tell us a story about Roadkill, as he's fondly become known?
Now that you're a bit older and you understand the lengths that some of us have gone through for cuddly toys, any sort of cuddly toy or anything that you could rescue or you felt you were rescuing.
It's the Toy
and
Story
I blame
effect.
Toy Story for that, absolutely. I remember being down at the tip with your mum, and your mum's going, have you seen those cuddly toys? And they're on the top of the skip there. Go and get them. I said, I'm not going. I said, I'm
Bin diving.
not a savage. And she's like, you go and get those cuddly toys now. Oh, I'm going to get the cuddly toys. The roadkill was, I was coming home from work one day, driving past a quarry, and in the road is what is obviously a cuddly toy.
Remains.
And the remains of it had obviously been run over multiple times. It's like,
And it was wet as well.
oh, it's disgusting.
It was meant to be a TY Beanie Boo. So the ones with the massive, like,
That's it.
cutesy eyes.
So I literally had to stop in the pouring down rain and pick this thing up and bring it home like I was bringing it to a sort of cuddly toy rescue centre.
I bet.
It's like, can you do anything with this? Can you revive it? And you sewed those bloody ridiculous eyes on it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's up there, look. He's up there. To
Oh,
the
yeah,
left.
oh, God, yeah. Oh, my days.
I know. It was the best I could do at the time. If you want the audio description, it has the most terrifying googly eyes sewn onto it.
It does now. A little better when it was flat on the road.
No, but it had no eyes, so I had to replace them.
But that was a thing when you were at an age where it's like, yeah, everybody was invested, and it was like,
You say at an age, like I was like 8 years old. I reckon I was at least 15.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's Disney years, isn't it? It's a bit like cat years and Disney years, don't
Peter
you?
Pan years. You yourself have tried to do a bit of collecting in your time, and it tends to go a bit wrong, doesn't it, Dave?
No more. What about collecting?
Hamilton Bland, ring a bell?
Oh, don't.
Please tell the people the story.
The story just crushes my soul. It must have been about year 2000, 2001. I was up at the galleries in Bristol. I'm a massive Live Aid fan. I loved Live Aid, loved the whole day of it. I was 16 when it happened, and it's obviously just been the 40th anniversary, so there's been lots of content on telly again about it. But all it does is bring up my heartbreak, to be honest. So I was in a shop, and I can't remember what it was called. It was called
Wheeling Dealing?
Dodgy
Dodgy deals?
Autograph shop. And there was an original 1985 Live Aid poster framed, signed by all the members of U2. And I thought, oh, well, that's nice. And it wasn't cheap. I think it was 900 quid.
It was a closing down sale, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Which
and
should have
it
been the
was like-
first red flag, really.
Yeah. And Dina was with me, your mum, and she kind of talked me into it. She kind of said, look, treat yourself. You don't.
Loves
you
a
don't
deal.
work. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to. So anyway, I buy this thing and I think this is fabulous. And I keep it for a number of years, and it's hanging pride of place in my hallway, and lots of people comment on it, and I, give them all the spiel. On the back is my certificate of authenticity and the certificate of authenticity of the signatures and so on, personally signed by the members of U2, blah, blah, blah. Like I do with all things, I'm thinking, could sell it. I wonder what it's worth now. So I sent the pictures off to an expert friend of mine, and he came back and he said, sorry, Dave, bad news, but it's fake. I said, what do you mean fake? I bought it from a reputable in the galleries. It turns out there was this chap called Hamilton Bland, who owned the company.
Damn you, Hamilton
Bland. And he used to be a swimming commentator on the BBC, which is just a random
really?
fact. Yeah, do you know that?
No.
He used to commentate on the Olympic swimming on the BBC. And I think he started being legitimate, getting sort of sports people's stuff. And
It's a hoodwink. It's a
yeah,
hustle.
and then eventually he opened all these shops and didn't have enough signatures.
Right.
And so they started forging them. He went to court. He went to prison, I think. I'm sure he did. Yeah, massive fraud at all these various shops he'd opened up in these various cities across the UK. And they were all forgeries.
And you're a victim.
So I've now got a beautiful 1985 Live Aid poster, which
Is the
has been
poster even from 1985?
Yeah, I think the poster's genuine. But it's
sure
been
about that?
vandalised by Hamilton Bland. May as well have had a 6-year-old scribble all over it. It's just heartbreaking, and it is actually in the garage now and kind of just
Rotting away.
gathering dust, and it's like.
But you have got some cool collectibles on the wall downstairs.
I've got some great
the
stuff.
record I got you.
I've got a 1987 album by Fleetwood Mac, which is called Tango in the Night, which is the coolest. And that's signed by all 5 members of Fleetwood Mac.
And that is legit.
That is legit and has been authenticated.
Yeah.
I've also got...
I got that on Depop for 70 quid.
Oh, man.
I'm proud of myself
Yeah.
for that, I can't lie.
I've also got a signed Kevin Keegan picture on the wall. I've got a signed Kenny Dalglish picture.
Who are these people?
Kevin Keegan, former Liverpool player and England captain. Kenny Dalglish, former Liverpool player and Scotland captain. And I've also got a Jurgen Klopp, former Liverpool manager, signed shirt, which is framed and just takes pride of place.
See, this is the thing, is like, in terms of the sort of Disney community and all that, there's sort of a sense of why is it when people are collecting like sports stuff or like music signatures, like it's seen as so normal.
Absolutely.
But then if people start collecting Disney, then people are like, oh, they're Disney adults. It's just a different passion.
What's wrong with being a Disney adult?
Exactly. That's
like,
what we like to
you know,
hear.
I'm sat here drinking out my Woody cup and my Disney Vans.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I sit in my lounge at night and I look at my Lumiere candlestick on the
Lumiere?
mantelpiece.
Lumiere?
Yeah, him as well.
Close
French
enough.
geezer.
You're pretending you don't know because you want to keep
That's
a bit
right.
of credibility.
Too much of a Disney adult.
Which leads us very nicely into Disney. Dun dun dun. Do you have a first Disney memory?
I think so. The earliest memory was watching Jungle Book. A bit like my obsession with the Blues Brothers and watching that over and over. I watched the Jungle Book over and over. I absolutely adored it as a film. I still do. I love all the songs. I love the characters. And before I even knew what Disney was, or if it was, you know, it's a Disney film, what's that even mean? It's just a great film and I loved it.
Yeah.
And so that's probably earliest.
Where do you think my love of Disney like comes from? Like, do you have an early memory of me and Disney? Like, what's the tea? Because you and Mum aren't Disney adults. Well, you are now because I've made you into them.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the cusp of having to admit to it. I don't really know. I mean, like all kids of your age, you and your sister would always watch everything Disney. Mm-hmm. I remember your little old TV with your VHS inserts there, and for like most people, it's a comfort blanket of sorts. If you've had a nice childhood, and if your childhood is littered with those memories of we were doing this at the time, we were doing that at the time. But it also works the other way. And if your child has not been particularly great, and the shining lights within those childhoods are Disney films that come out, which kids do watch over and over, and blocks out all the rest of any other stuff that's going on in their life, and they can immerse themselves in, you know, whether it be the Jungle Book or whether it be Beauty and the Beast, or, you know, and even now as you get older and the films are coming out, which are, you know, your Frozens and your Moanas and all that sort of stuff, these are just films for the next generation.
So obviously Frozen and Moana are all 3D animation, and things from my childhood were 2D animation. There are whisperings and murmurs that they're going to bring back 2D animation. So in your opinion, do you think one is better than the other? So 3D versus 2D? Because
of the things that came out in 2D, I would always probably say I'd rather 2D because it has, again, it's a nostalgia thing. It has it evokes memories of my childhood and what I used to do and how I used to do it. But at the same time, if you look at what they're producing now in terms of animation, it's incredible. Does it have to be that good to capture the attention of the kids, to make sure that they are engaging in those wholesome stories, those that bit of, you know, escapism and fantasy? Because, you know, if they're playing on their PlayStations and all their stuff and they've got these incredible graphics and everything else, is it going to hang on to their attention if we suddenly go back to a 2D offering? Probably not.
With 2D animation, it offers a timeless magic that you just can't create with 3D, because 3D inevitably ends up looking dated.
Is that only timeless magic for people who have experienced it first time round? And does it just look like an old black and white film to people who haven't experienced it?
The only reason why I'd say no is because one of the most recent Disney films that was 2D was Princess and the Frog. Yeah. I think the last ever one they did was a Winnie the Pooh one. But like Winnie the Pooh is pretty timeless, and they've never done that in 3D.
I would hope that parents today are still showing their kids the 2D Disney so therefore that it would hopefully seeping into their sort of conscious that they would see that as a nostalgic thing from their childhood too.
Walt Disney World 2003 has already been mentioned.
Yep.
So it was the first time we ever went to Walt Disney World Florida. People often say that you shouldn't take your kids to Disney because they're too young and they won't remember it. So what do you think is the sort of ideal age to take a kid to Disney?
I think the ideal age is the age that we took you. So you'd have been 7.
Yeah, because I remember it still.
And from the point of view of the first time we went to Disney World and the second time, like I said earlier on, exactly 20 years apart. And the things that I remember from the first time we went were pushing you around the parks in buggies.
Yeah.
Because it was so hot. But there was
And
a
the second
certain...
time, pushing me around in a buggy.
No, there was a certain element of wonder from the first one. And so both trips were completely different. 20 years later, you were obviously Disney nuts and just all you wanted to do was go to Disney. And I appreciated it in many different ways this time to last time. When you met the characters, it was absolutely adorable.
Yeah.
And nothing really changed 20 years later, to be honest.
I'm still just as cute. What was the best thing from the trip in 2003 and the best thing from the trip in 2023?
I think the best thing from the trip in 2003 was being able to show you Disney, if you like, and experience that, because I think every kid should be able to.
And in 2023, I showed you Disney.
No, Dad, this is what you should be doing.
If you had to rank the parks, so we're talking Florida.
Yep.
Okay, so you've got 4. Number 1 is obviously the best. So you've got like Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. What's number 4?
Where's Galaxy's Edge?
That's Hollywood Studios.
Okay, so number 4 would be Epcot.
Yeah, that's where I put it as well.
It was great, and I appreciate it more this time than I did last time.
Yeah, and they got the manatees.
Because we did more things, and the manatees was nice, and it was lovely to see you interact with them, because I know manatees is your favourite animal. And it was nice to take my other daughter, Abby, to Italy, because she has a real passion for Italy. So we took her to Little Italy.
Yeah.
She likes Italy, you like manatees.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the way it is.
And Nikon got to go to China.
You got to go to China, yeah, you
So
did,
that was good. Basically, we travelled the world, all for the one expense.
Absolutely.
Which was great.
So 4 would be Epcot. 3 would be, I really enjoyed Animal Kingdom. I had a really good time walking around this.
And quite relaxed.
Safari.
As a park.
Yeah.
Didn't feel hectic in Animal Kingdom. It felt really relaxed.
So I'm going to go 3rd place, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. It's not controversial. That's exactly what my ranking is.
No way. It's all right. And then 2nd place, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And then number 1, Galaxy's
Studios.
Edge.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It is Galaxy's Edge for us.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Because, again, it's something that Elz has wanted to visit for a long time, because we're all big Star Wars fans as well. I was never a big Star Wars fan until I actually started watching it properly and understanding a bit about it.
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance.
The other one is Smuggler's Run, where we all came off like green. The motion sickness.
Whoa, no.
Literally, we all had to sit down for a good hour after that because it was so motion sicky.
When we went in 23, we stayed at Port Orleans, didn't we?
Yeah, Port Orleans French Quarter.
In the French Quarter. It was beautiful. Our apartment was just outside Sasagula, the restaurant, for everybody who knows it there, which was
so
fabulous.
Impressed you remembered the name of Sasagula.
Yeah. And then it literally...
Beignets on tap.
100 metres and 100 yards walk, and we were onto the sea ferry, which took you onto Disney Springs, and so we just float on down there in the evening.
Float on down.
Close enough to, if you old like me and you get up early, you do rope drop, and then by mid-afternoon...
Look at you with all of the lingo. Rope drop in Magic Kingdom.
I haven't bloody listened to it for years.
I know, but it's just really funny because you're casually saying it now.
Is it not,
if you're old like me, doing rope drop, you know what I mean?
Like I say, I'm not really a Disney adult. Yeah, it was close enough so you could go and have an afternoon kip as well, I was getting to.
Yeah, and exactly. Get up, do rope drop, do some of the best rides in the morning, go back to the hotel, have a shower because it's boiling hot, have a little nap if you need to,
Whip
change
into
your clothes.
Sasagula, get yourself a pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
19.99, massive
back
pizza.
out in the
lovely.
evening.
Yeah. Coming out of the Disney parks and going into the Universal, there was a difference. Oh, this is the... No Magic Kingdom, this, is it?
Yeah.
I just felt a bit more rough and ready and a bit more...
It's dirtier.
Yeah, a bit dirty.
Grubby. You dirty pig.
And none of the water rides were working, were they? And they're stinking.
It stank. We went to Universal and we were really excited
because after the first time we went, what was it Jurassic Park? Was that one of the water rides there?
But they had a couple that we really wanted to do, and the whole place stank of drains, and you weren't allowed on the water rides. And then when they opened back up, just as we were about to leave the gates, they sent a thing in oh, they're back on, and we were like, do you know what? Don't fancy drain water.
We're all right.
I'm all good.
Don't fancy eating that log flume water today.
Yeah. But also the food there wasn't as good or anything.
No, it wasn't.
It was just
The whole
not...
experience just wasn't nice. It's just what
not Disney.
It just lacked a bit of Disney magic. However, Typhoon Lagoon was great.
Yeah, the water park.
We went back a second time, didn't we? We were there for 10 days, weren't we?
Yeah.
We did it a second. To Typhoon Lagoon was just such great fun.
Yeah.
The utter terror in the eyes when the klaxon goes off and the big wave goes.
Horrendous. Yeah, but I remember literally you're stood there and me and Ab, my sister, are there. We didn't expect the wave to be that big. We had no idea, and it just started coming, and we were like, right, we're gonna be hit here. And I just remember you grabbed me, grabbed Ab, I grabbed your t-shirt as well, and we all went under this wave together. I've never been so petrified, but also kind of loving it in my life.
Yeah, it was great.
So good.
Don't
skip it.
not go.
Yeah. Don't sleep on it. That's what people say. Don't sleep on Typhoon Lagoon.
Is that right?
Yeah. Favorite Disney movie then?
Jungle Book.
See, I thought you would say that or Lion King.
Loved Lion King as well. The original animated Lion King is great. Probably, are you going to ask me your favourite Disney song?
Song or soundtrack, yeah.
Yeah, so it would be anything from the Jungle Book, which I absolutely love.
I mean, Bare Necessities just is one of the absolute classics.
King Louis' song is obviously...
Want to Be Like You.
Is fabulous. If I had to pick one song, I think it would probably be Scar's song from The Lion King.
Be Prepared.
Be prepared.
Yeah, that's
for the
a good
chance of a
one.
lifetime.
But do you know, because obviously...
Be prepared for sensational news.
Obviously, it's Jeremy Irons,
Yeah.
right? But he doesn't sing all of the song.
Met him.
Met him?
Met him.
Was that Ab's thing?
Well, I didn't met him, I saw him.
Oh, right. So you were
I didn't,
far away.
I wasn't even up close, I was kind of across the room. And when I shouted, "Hey, Jezza," he ignored me.
The guy who voices Winnie the Pooh basically does really good impressions of people. I can't remember his name, but he had to come in and finish Jeremy Irons' song and lines.
Why was that?
I'm not sure. It might have been illness or something, or scheduling conflicts, but it's just a well-known fact for you there.
Not well known by me, it's not.
Bringing the facts to you here at Elz Tells. Obviously, we love Star Wars, and I think it's quite a unique thing that instead of it being like my dad that showed me Star Wars, I showed you Star Wars. I think that's really cool. And we've done Star Wars Celebration together.
Yeah, Star Wars Celebration, that was a riot too, wasn't it?
I mean, that was carnage.
That was XL in London, wasn't it? Was it
Yeah.
XL, was that right? It was so busy that you couldn't walk around, you couldn't get near anything.
Yeah, we didn't get into any panels or anything.
No,
just as a normal layman, you couldn't get in.
There's a lot of Star Warsy people out there, and they were all in London that day.
Yeah, they were all in the XL
And they
that
were
day.
all in the same room as me.
If you could rewatch any part of Star Wars again for the first time,
Yep.
what would you pick? I know mine.
I have bits and lines and quotes which I absolutely love. I have spoken.
Oh, yeah, from The Mandalorian.
Absolutely.
Hilarious.
I thought The Mandalorian was brilliant. I loved the bit at the end of, you'll tell me which film it is, I can't remember, but it's the bit at the end of Rey, when Rey is, my name is Rey, and I'm a Skywalker.
Yeah, that's Rise of Skywalker.
I stood up and saluted her.
Yeah, literally. It
Loved
was
it.
incredible.
Absolutely loved it.
And
No, it's not particularly well received, or
hated.
she hasn't particularly, and I just don't understand it, because it's like,
no.
it's great.
But it's also very subjective, because
100%.
I've tried to get Dad to watch season 2 of Andor, and he just keeps falling asleep. He's just not interested, are you? Like,
Quite enjoyed the first season.
whereas
as well.
everyone will say, oh, Andor's peak Star Wars, it's peak Star Wars, but it sends you to sleep,
It does, yeah.
which is totally valid and fine.
But Mandalorian, I loved.
So is Mandalorian your favourite bit of Star Wars?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
I think it's probably mine too. But the bit that I would rewatch for the first time, though, I remember watching Revenge of the Sith when it's like Anakin's rise to being Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that that was how he became Darth Vader.
No.
So that for me had such massive impact. It must have been what people felt when they were in the cinema watching the I am your father bit.
Yeah.
The big reveal.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
Also, do you remember that, if we go back to the 23 trip, have you told the customs story?
I don't know if I have. I might have. I don't know.
We've done our Disney trip. We're coming back into the Fort Lauderdale airport, and we're going through customs. And Elz goes through first. They do her case, and they stop her. And they take her over to one side and they say, and do you pack the case yourself? Is there anything in the case? And she's like, no. I think you probably had ears on, a hat and all that,
Yeah, I was in a bucket hat and a Lotso jumper.
Any more Disney if you tried. So they'd put the case through the X-ray and it'd come up with what they thought was some sort of exotic animal that had been stored in the case. When they opened it up, it was a cuddly toy in a box of Babu Freak.
Yeah, animatronic Babu Freak.
And they're like, what's this? And Elz was absolutely gutted because it was a beautiful collector's piece, which sealed, not open. And they had to open it and test that she wasn't running drugs through the country inside her Babu Freak.
Like, really?
She's mortified.
It was so upsetting because they didn't do it, nicely either. They just ripped it open, ripped it out, and then they had
that
to
was a few quid too,
dust
wasn't
it down.
A few doll hairs.
Yeah, a couple of doll hairs were spent in America that year. I think probably the takings at Disney World went up in 2023 just because of me.
You're probably right.
That brings us on to one of my favourite segments. You know it, if you watch.
I don't know until you tell me what it is.
What,
I have lots of favourite segments.
No, we just always end the episode with controversial.
What do you mean end?
Because this is a segment.
The people have not had enough.
It's a finishing segment.
The people have not seen enough of us. I demand to be brought back for part 2.
We'll see. Let me know if you want me to bring him back.
Controversial corner.
Yeah, do you know it? The theme tune for this bit?
I couldn't struggle because that's at the end, and to be honest with you, I normally
Fall
asleep by
yeah.
then.
It goes...
Controversial
corner! What the hell? So you do know?
If Dad can't watch, who's going to watch?
Exactly. That's where the one viewer comes from.
Why do you think I didn't watch? Why would you think that?
I don't know. The family don't necessarily watch the stuff I put out, really.
I always do.
I appreciate that. Or you've just been studying because you knew I was going to bring you on.
Genuinely, no.
Make sure you know what's going on. Okay, so Controversial Corner is always something controversial. An opinion, for this, it can be like, Dave's hot take, unpopular opinion. So I have an example for you.
Okay.
Better Man was really good. The Robbie Williams thing.
Really enjoyed it.
That's a controversial opinion.
Really enjoyed it. Is that controversial? I think that's a slow burner. I think that will end up...
It'll take off.
Becoming a cult classic.
Gilmore Girls, because obviously you've seen it. Who are you picking? Jess, Logan, or Dean? So Dean's the first boyfriend, you remember?
Yeah.
Logan's the one she ends up with in the reunion, kind of.
Yeah.
And then Jess is obviously...
Logan was the blonde one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think Dean.
What?
Yeah. I think Dean. No, if I'm honest, I don't have a big enough opinion on Gilmore Girls to actually know that. And I just knew that Dean was a bit of a wrong one, so that's why I picked him.
Well, no, Dean's the stable, nice guy at the start, but then ends up taking a massive turn for the worse, basically. What's the best streaming service?
That's a difficult one.
Yeah.
Because
they all offer different things.
I very rarely watch Netflix. The only things worth watching on Apple are Loot, which is funny. Shrinking, Harrison Ford.
Stick,
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Slow Horses.
And Slow Horses.
Yeah.
So they got 5 banging shows.
Yeah, but have you watched any others on Apple, or are you just saying that's it?
That's all I've watched.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I've watched.
So everything you've watched has been great.
Yo, absolutely.
So this is the thing. Are you going for consistency?
And this is why Disney Plus, Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That's such a good remake series.
It really was.
We have this running joke whenever we come to sit down at night.
Was it on Disney Plus?
Oh, should we watch this? Or what's it on? What do you think it's on? Yeah. The best streaming service around. But obviously, I would say that because I watch it more often. Gilmore Girls is on there now.
I watch more on Disney Plus than I do on any other streaming service.
Yeah.
Because there is consistent quality.
Oh, we watched that Something Blows, the boxing one.
Oh, 1,000 Blows with Stephen Graham.
Blows.
Yeah,
and
that was good.
Renegade Nell. That was randomly really good.
Are we getting any
I think we are. I think we're waiting for season 2.
And Shut the Front Door. What was that thing? Oliver Twist. What was the Oliver Twist thing?
Oh, yeah.
With Fagin and with the dude from Harry Potter playing Fagin.
The kid from Love Actually and Maze Runner. Is it called Twist? Dodger. Yeah, because he wasn't playing Oliver Twist. He was playing Dodger.
No, Oliver Twist was...
That's it.
Oliver Twist was in it, though.
There you go.
But that's a good series. That was it.
Yeah, really good.
Dodger was cool, yeah?
I think so.
I still think My two favourite things are on Apple TV.
Because Ted
and
Lasso
they are
and...
Ted Lasso and Slow Horses.
Yeah. Do you have any other unpopular opinion of your own that you would like to share?
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah. Just something you think not a lot of people might agree with.
I got it.
Okay. I might leave the long pause in.
Yeah, I got it. The Greatest Showman. What a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
Almost left. Did we leave?
No, we almost left. And we were all like looking
and
at each other.
everybody is
what?
like, Greatest Showman, it's fabulous. It's great. I would rather watch Hugh Jackman in rehearsals
Yes.
do the songs with the... There was no story. Nothing happened. Did he have an affair with the woman or did he not?
Yeah.
Nobody knows and nobody cared.
Oh, say it louder for the people in the back. I totally agree.
Literally, if you could just take that ensemble cast and stick them in a theatre and let them sing the songs,
Yeah.
perfect. Some great songs. But what a terrible film. Oh.
Agree. And some of the CGI, when Zendaya is like swinging around on that thing, and the CGI is so bad, we did laugh in the cinema. We were actually laughing with each other because it was so bad. And everyone loves it. And whoever you speak to about it just says it's amazing. And I'm like, guys.
If you say, I think Greatest Showman was actually a bit rubbish, there's audible gasps.
Yeah, pearls are clutch.
How dare you? Dreadful.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
Appreciate that. And should we sing them out?
Do it.
Bum bum bum. Elz Tells. Where are you?
Elz Tells. Elz Tells.
It's close enough. You can like, subscribe, all of that. Follow me on the line everywhere. I've been Elz. This has been Dave. We've been telling.
I've been Disco Dave. And if you want Nikon out and Dave in, vote in the comments.
Start a campaign. Thank you very much and goodbye.
See you. Bye.